The GoTalk Lite Touch is our newest product line at Attainment Company. The 4 Plus Lite Touch is right here. And on the back is the on-off switch. So I'm quickly turning it on. It goes through the levels. And now I'll share with you some of the messages that you're able to say.
Oh my, apple pie.
Great volume control.
Oh my, apple pie.
And there's always on the 4, there's 2 key messages.
Hello.
Or, oh, I forgot to program that. Let's show you how quick it is to program a GoTalk. You simply push in the button, you get a red light to show that you're recording, and you touch the space. I need a break, please. Touch any other button to stop the recording. And
I need a break, please.
there you have it. Quick and easy to record. Because if you're following along with Carolyn Musselwhite's rule in a classroom, you have to be able to record any type of device within 30 seconds, or it just might not work for your students. The other really cool feature about the GoTalks is they also have 5 levels. You can see that I'm going up to the 5th level and back down to 1. I can change my levels quite easily looking at the GoTalk overlay storage, and then I can change out the overlay and put in a new overlay. If the light touch is too sensitive, I might be able to leave additional overlays underneath to improve add to the thickness so that it's a little bit harder to activate. And now, students who are nonverbal are suddenly able to explore sounds. So they could say, hop. So it's really kind of cool that you can do phonics in it as well. You could certainly change to a different overlay for young children, perhaps. Got to get it in the right slot.
Do you have the Disney Channel?
There we go.
Winnie the Pooh and Tigger too.
So for younger children, you might be able to use some various Disney characters.
I want to watch Disney princesses.
Or your core vocabulary or your main 2 messages here change per, they can either stay the same or change per level. In this case, you're going to see that I still have,
hello,
but I could have Disney princesses are my favorite. I prefer Mickey Mouse.
Disney princesses are my favorite. I prefer Mickey Mouse.
So again, quite easy to program. And if you do need it to be less sensitive, you could use a cardstock or a lamination paper, or the easy-to-use clear plastic sheaths that we provide. Always remember that you also want to include questions on some of your AAC.
Do you have the Disney Channel?
Of your students who use AAC.
Who is that? What are you going to do? When is that again?
So you always might maybe want to use one button, or maybe it is a whole question activity within your classroom. So that's the GoTalk 4 Plus Lite Touch. All of the directions that you need are on the back. So the really cool thing is, again, some people say, we'd like to lock it into a certain level. You can go down here and say level lock, or record lock. If you're worried that a student is going to push a button, you can lock it in and they cannot access the record key. So that's your basic GoTalk, and they all function the same.